Huh. They said watch out for bandits. But the road's been clear so far. Or maybe they just don't want to deal with a centaur like me. I guess for once I'm lucky that so many humans think we're so violent. Wait, what? Oh! How horrible. Hello? Are you alive? Little human. I hope I'm not too late. Ah, you're awake. You look like you're in awfully bad shape. Do you remember what happened? So there are bandits along this road after all. Well, lucky for you, I keep a first aid kit in my saddlebag. Just 1 second. Well, yes, I am a centaur. Are you just noticing my lower half? I suppose I can't blame you. Poor thing. It looks like you got a pretty nasty blow to the head. Don't worry, I'll get it bandaged up along with the rest of you. Here, you can rest your head on my legs while I take care of you. I take good care of my coat, so it's nice and soft. Now, before I wrap each wound, I'm going to have to disinfect it with some alcohol. I'm afraid it will hurt a bit, but I promise it'll pass soon. You're doing so well. Just hold on a little longer. There we go. That takes care of your head. I'm just going to go over your body and find any more cuts to dress. Oh, surprised that I'm so gentle? I suppose I shouldn't have expected you'd be different. I'm sorry. What I mean is, well, I do understand that humans spread around this idea that centaurs are violent. So, it's not really your fault for being misinformed. But it does make me a little bit sad when I hear people talk like that. I'm more or less a pacifist myself. So it can get frustrating when humans assume that I'm a warrior. Or that I have short temper. Oh, listen to me. Burdening you with my problems when you're the one that's hurt. Speaking of which, you got a bad gash on your arm here. Okay, I'm gonna use more alcohol, and then the gauze and bandage. While I'm looking you over, may I ask what were you doing on this road? I know it's not completely barren, but it doesn't see as much use as any other roads lately. And it certainly doesn't get patrolled as much. Probably why the bandits are here. Ah, I see. Well, you're in luck. I was just coming from there, and I didn't see any bandits. Not that you'd be a target anymore, given that you've already lost everything. Poor thing. What about me? Well, I was... Oh, one more cut. Let me just... Anyways, I was headed to the next town over. I know the main road is faster, but there was just so many humans there. The way some of them look at me is... Ah, there I go again. Anyway, I think I've gotten everything. Let me just go over everything one last time. Your head, your torso, right arm, left arm, right leg, and left leg. I think you're all patched up. Of course, you want to get checked out by a proper doctor and get a lot of rest. I passed a couple of group of humans on the way here, so if you wait a little while, I'm sure they'll be able to help you. Take care. What? What's wrong? You don't think they'll help you? Oh, don't be silly. I mean, who would just ignore someone in such desperate need as yourself? I'm sure they'll be willing to help you in the next town, at the very least. Really? You've already been passed by? That can't be right. Maybe they didn't see you? Oh. They actually crossed to the other side of the road to avoid you. That's horrible. I don't know what to say, but I guess I can't just leave you here if I can't be sure somebody will help you. Here, can you climb on my back? I hope riding on my back isn't too uncomfortable. I don't wear an actual saddle, of course, but that cloth will hopefully work as a substitute. While we're walking, maybe I should explain why I wanted to leave you there for someone else. I promise, I don't see you as a burden. I'm in no rush to get where I'm going, and it's nice having a traveling companion. It's just that I know how people are going to react when they see us together. Just like that. I don't even have to hear what they're saying to know what they think. I'm sure they think I did this to you, despite the fact that you've obviously been tended to, and that I'm carrying you on my back. If I thought you'd just be well off with somebody else, I would rather have avoided those stairs. I hope that doesn't sound selfish of me. Don't worry about it too much. I'll admit it was unpleasant, but I'm quite used to this sort of attention. In this part of the country, humans don't cause us centaurs much trouble, partially because they fear us, and partially because there are laws in place to protect us. I just can't seem to stop going on these rants. Please tell me, how are you feeling? I imagine you're still in pain. But is there any extreme pain or lightheadedness? That's good. Your wounds look mostly superficial to me, but I wanted to make sure. I think you'll be feeling much better after a couple days rest. I have enough money to pay for a room in one of the inns in town. What are you apologizing for all of a sudden? I told you it's really no trouble. Ah, you mean for earlier, when you said you thought centaurs weren't gentle. Well, thank you for apologizing, but it's not really your fault. It's not anybody's fault, I think. I'm sure you never spoken for long with a centaur before, so what else can you rely on except what you were told? It's not your fault you were lied to, and it's not the fault of people who told the lies, because they were lied to as well. As far as I know, the rumor started thanks to an infamous group of centaur bandits, and I don't think there was ever a point when anyone thought that what they were saying was untrue. But it means a lot to me that you were worried about my feelings, when you're the one who's been hurt so badly. You must be a very kind person. It looks like we're almost in town, so hopefully we can get you to a bed to rest on very soon. After that, I'll find a doctor to come visit you, and some food to eat. No, not at all. I couldn't possibly ask for anything in return, especially since you were robbed. Besides, I think you've been too active this whole time. Let's take some time to focus on healing, okay? We can figure out what comes next when you're feeling better.